Hey, it's Adam LaBelle, the Wrestling Snob. I'm going to do something different here for this show. Pro Wrestling Noah from October 19, 2024. Early this morning on the East Coast where I am. Last night in Japan. Here comes our first opponent. It is Daiki Odashima. Straight out of the dojo. He's got a pretty big deal going on here. He's wrestling all the top stars in Noah. And it's no different today. His opponent, Daiki Odashima, will face the man coming to the ring right now. I'm talking about the one, the only. Masa Kitamiya. And boy, I wouldn't want to be facing him. I'm sure he's got a chip on his shoulder. He's got some anger issues. He just lost a GHC heavyweight championship bout against Kaito Kiyomiya. So he's going to come in here and probably want to destroy Daiki Odashima. Odashima has the heart of a lion. Kitamiya has the strength of one. There's the bell. We're off. They begin to wrap their hands around each other a little bit. Odashima being careful, shooting in for a headlock takedown, but he gets his back, but spins out. Oh, takes Kiyomiya down with a single leg pull there. It's on his back, got his waist lock. No, lets it go. Really rolling around there on the bottom. Kitamiya, the much stronger of the two for sure. And he gains side headlock control here. They're rolling around. Odashima gets Kitamiya on his back, but not for long. Kitamiya is immediately out of that predicament. Kitamiya just continues to squeeze the head of the rookie. This is how you get cauliflower ear, having your head squeezed like this by a man the size and strength of Masa Kitamiya. Referee checking. Nobody's giving up. Oh, Odashima trying to get out of this. Listen to him. He's really applying he is working that. Just can't quite escape. Brilliant attempt by the rookie. Shoots Kitamiya off, but gets a shoulder block in return, and he's down holding the back of his head. Nice breakout, but he's paying for it now as Kitamiya stomps on him just for good measure. Continues to kick the back of the rookie. Kicking him now in the shoulder area. Kitamiya picking him up. Odashima with a hard forearm chop, but Kitamiya telling him to bring it on. This is where the rookie will show his fighting spirit against Kitamiya and do a decent job of it, but just nowhere near enough as Kitamiya picks him up and slams him down like a sack of potatoes. Odashima feeling that one. Kitamiya coming to him, picking him up by the back of the head. Ain't much hair to pull there. Kitamiya now, Irish whip into the turnbuckle. So hard that Kitamiya fell down on his stomach. That's how hard he threw that kid across the ring. Every ounce of size and power into that throw. Boots him in the shoulder area. It seems like Kitamiya's working on the left shoulder area of Odashima, or just working him over, not caring where he hits and kicks him, honestly. Kitamiya has Odashima up, Irish whip across the ring, stands in. Big back body drop from Kitamiya, and he stands there waiting to see what the rookie's going to do. Comes over, slowly rolls Odashima over, begins to pick him up, does so, and just slaps him hard across the chest. Odashima stays on his feet with a double chop even. Kick by Kitamiya. Irish whip across the ring. Big and high arm drag from Kitamiya to Daiki Odashima and gets a 2 count. Odashima just slowly being worn down, tortured by Masa Kitamiya here. Now he has a shoulder lock on him, twisting his arm, turns it into a back hammer lock, stands on his arm and falls backward, wrenching that arm and shoulder up to the middle of the back. Oh, that's just ripping and tearing its shoulder tendons. Kitamiya just taking that left shoulder. You remember I said earlier, it looked like he was working on that. He continues to do so. puts Odashima in a seated position, takes that arm behind his back, and now he's trying to just pull it down. See how that's, look at his shoulder, look at his armpit, look at how his shoulder protrudes to your right, his left. Look at that muscle just twisting and protruding out towards his left, showing the strain there. You could rip a man's arm out of his socket with ease here. Oh, and then he just yanks on it, does Kitamiya. Arm wringer, yanks on that shoulder again. Pulls his arm up behind his back and throws him shoulder first into that white turnbuckle. Kitamiya now coming after Odashima, giving him no rest. Another big, gigantic arm drag. I mean, worse than a body slam because the kid's going up and over his head. He just continues to yank on that shoulder, that elbow, that bicep. Now he's just stomping away on it. Kitamiya, tries to senton but misses. Odashima out of the way, charging in, but gets shoulder blocked down again, does Odashima. Kitamiya into the ropes, bounds over once, bounds over twice, met with a flying drop kick from Odashima, an excellent drop kick. Hit Masa Kitamiya right in the face. No matter how strong and powerful you are, hitting get in the face, there's not much protection there. It's just wide out in the open. Now Odashima's going to return to these fighting spirit forearm smashes, which is brave, but probably not smart. Drop kicks Kitamiya when he realizes that isn't working, but that didn't do much. Kitamiya with a big chop. Down to one knee goes Odashima. Irish whipped into the corner. In comes Kitamiya. No! Odashima drops down and Kitamiya lands first face on the turnbuckle. Flipping over to the top rope is Odashima, and coming off with a missile drop kick takes Kitamiya down and out. That was the biggest move Odashima has nailed. He should have taken advantage of it with a pin, but instead he picks Kitamiya up and locks in some type of chokehold. A Dar's choke maybe is what he's trying to, where he uses his shoulder. But, folks, that's his left shoulder. That's not going to work. His left shoulder has been worked over all match long, and that is probably why. Kitamiya busts out of that without much problem, comes flying into the corner, misses. Odashima with another drop kick, this time to the chest. And look, Kitamiya just shakes it off like that's nothing. Misses the clothesline. Odashima going for the German suplex, can't get it. Kitamiya is going to break out of this just by ripping Odashima's hands apart. No, he twists out of it with a big elbow shot just above the ear, the temple region. Odashima fighting back with those forearms. I think it's something he should give up here. You know, you can have all the fighting spirit in the world, but when you're battering a tree trunk, it ain't going to do much for you. Oh, but Kitamiya actually pulled Odashima back and strengthened that elbow. Odashima with a big body slam on Kitamiya, but holding his back there. That took every ounce of power, strength, and energy that Odashima has, intelligently going for the cover there, but only getting a 2. Odashima up now. Hooking Masa Kitamiya for what looks like a brainbuster or a suplex. Kitamiya easily blocking that. Odashima does not have the strength to get him up. Kitamiya now hammers him in the guts, picks him up. Odashima flips over, floats off. Big elbow by Kitamiya, now going for the cover. I thought that might have been it. That was a hard elbow. But this kid, Odashima, has a lot of guts. He kicked out of there. Kitamiya now picking Odashima up, throwing him across his shoulder, and falling back into a big Samoan drop slam. That has to be it, right? No, he goes to the senton. Oh, my God. Landed with every ounce of his body weight on Odashima. And that'll do it. That'll do it. Odashima fought valiantly, as always, but he was overmatched in every way with power, strength, and fighting spirit by that man, Masa Kitamiya. Good win for Masa Kitamiya against the rookie. He moves forward after his title loss, his 7th one, unfortunately. We'll see where he goes from here. He's congratulating the rookie for fighting well and fighting hard, but there was never any question in this match. Masa Kitamiya, your winner. Odashima now rolling out of the ring after his valiant effort. The crowd approving with their applause. Another tough loss for the rookie, but he's going to have to get used to that as he learns the hard way and makes his way up the chain in pro wrestling. No, he's going to be great. I'm confident of that. He's just trying to get there right now. Time for a tag team matchup here, an interesting one. Noah good at mixing some guys together that kind of, I don't want to say confuses you, kind of surprises you. And this matchup is one of those. interesting members here. Let's take a look at this. First out is L.J. Cleary, former good-looking guy. He would say still a good-looking guy, I'm sure. Teaming with El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr. I don't know if we've ever seen this team before. I mean, Cleary trying to recover from the breakup of the good-looking guys when Jake Lee bolted for New Japan. Trying to get over his partner and friend Jack Morris, turning on him and Anthony Green and just going ballistic. We'll talk about him a little later. Dr. Wagner Jr., one of the toughest men, one of the best wrestlers in the Arc, on the Arc, if you will, but he is coming off a loss for the national title to Manabu Soya. Excellent matchup. Manabu came out on top. Big win for Soya. Dr. Wagner, he's not hurt too badly by it. I mean, he's a former heavyweight champion, a former national champion. He's one of the greats here for sure. Here comes the team they're facing. Also, an interesting team up here. Here comes Shuji Kondo and his partner, Muhammad Yone. Again, an interesting team up. A big heavyweight in Muhammad Yone and a big junior heavyweight in Shuji Kondo there. It's hard to believe Kondo's a junior heavyweight. He's so big, he's so powerful. Just makes the weight limit. Muhammad Yone is no junior. He's a big, strong dude. Getting ready to start this match as the ref checks all of those involved to make sure they're not greased up, make sure they're not carrying weapons or anything like that. Because we do things right here in pro wrestling now. Huh? Our referees mean something. Actually checks the afro of Muhammad Yone because you could hide something in there. No doubt about it. Cleary and Wagner trying to decide who's starting. Looks like it's going to be Cleary. And so Muhammad Yone will start. We'll have the big heavyweight against the junior heavyweight. Yone fluffing up, teasing up that hair. There's the lockup. I think Yone would have the advantage here. He does. He backs Cleary into the ropes. He's going to do his little disco stuff here. There he is, dancing on his opponent just to mock him. Look at me. Disco fever. Cleary jumps up and grabs a headlock. Yone backs him into the ropes and whips him off. Shoulder block, but Cleary hits the mat hard. Another shoulder block. Cleary's down. He's going to try it again. Oh, Yone just barely bumps into him, spreads his arms apart, checks his hair again. Is like, what you got, kid? What do you got? Ah, Cleary grabbing two hands full of that afro, knowing that's just going to piss Yone off. Rocking him back and forth, almost mocking the disco theme that our friend Yone likes to use. Now Cleary messing with his hair, coming off the ropes. Yone just poses, and Cleary bumps into him and falls down and gets taken down with another shoulder block. Oh, Cleary screams as Yone picks him up by the hair, literally tosses him into the corner, and tags in Kondo. Shuji Kondo, again, a junior heavyweight, so a little bit more even here, but he has the hair of Cleary as well. A little bit more even, but not really, as Kondo is world stronger. Turns Cleary around by the hair, spins him around, tosses him into the opposite turnbuckle, grabs Cleary by the left arm, and whips him into the opposite corner. Cleary out of the way. Kondo hits the turnbuckles. Cleary under his legs and outside. Cleary with the shoulder block through the ropes, up and over the top, rolls over the back of Kondo, bounds into the ropes, comes across. Kondo misses the clothesline, gets a big power slam there by Kondo as he catches Cleary coming off the ropes. Nice exchange by Cleary. A lot of fast movement there, but he got caught. He got caught by the bigger and stronger man in Kondo. Theme of the night here, pulling someone around by their hair. Kondo picks Cleary up by his hair again. Referee admonishing him, get off of the hair. Kondo tags in Yone. Yone takes Cleary out of the corner. Looks like he's going to pick him up for a big body slam here. Does so, drops him, bounds into the ropes, opposite side rope, comes down with a giant leg drop for Muhammad Yone. Cleary feeling that one across his chin and his throat area, not liking how that feels. Yone actually makes the cover, holding Cleary down by the hair. Cleary manages to kick out, but Yone still has him by the hair. The referee is counting Yone off the hair. Cannot just handle your opponents by their hair. They're going to get disqualified if they keep this up. Yone rams Cleary's head into the turnbuckle. He bounces away, and in comes Shuji Kondo. Kondo's going to get at the back of Cleary, grab his hair once again. I'm telling you, the referee's getting annoyed with this. Telling him again, get off the hair. Cleary fighting back with a big shot to the stomach. 3 shots in a row from Cleary, who's into the ropes, comes across. It turned around. Backslide by Cleary. Kondo's out, drop kick. A big kick to the side of the head there with that drop kick by Cleary. Kondo's stumbling around, but he's down to one knee. Cleary, probably, yes, he's going to make the tag. So is Kondo, and we've got Dr. Wagner Jr. against Muhammad Yone on a slugfest. Back and forth. Dr. Wagner's blocking, posing, mocking the pose of Yone and pounding Yone in the face. Yone reverses the Irish whip, but gets clotheslined by Dr. Wagner Jr. as he's coming off the ropes. Wagner's very pleased with himself. One thing I've learned through my years of fandom here is you can't let Yone get much of a rest. He will recover quickly, and I think this might be a mistake. Yeah, that's what I thought so. Wagner Jr. charges in and gets kicked in the face. He's going to use the power of the mask here to inspire himself to come around. Cleary's over the rope, though, and he gets kicked in the face as well by Yone, who got too much time to recover. Now, here we go. Cleary pretty much imitating. Tries to imitate Dr. Wagner, but spins his head around too hard and falls out of the ring. Ridiculous. Dr. Wagner pounds Yone in the back, picks him up. Big back body drop. Big belly to back suplex, drops Yone straight down to the ground. Dr. Wagner goes for the cover, gets a count of 2, but Yone clearly out after 2. It's not enough to put a hoss like Yone down. It just isn't. Wagner Jr. signaling for the Wagner driver here. Is he going to get that on Yone? No, Yone blocks. Big forearm shivers to the back of Wagner Jr., keeping Wagner Jr. from lifting Yone up, but Wagner just comes up and pokes Yone in the eyes. Bounds into the rope, comes across, eats a big single leg drop kick from Yone. Both guys are down. Yone looking to tag. Yes, he does. And in comes Shuji Kondo to face Dr. Wagner Jr. Cleary's still down from breaking his own neck, by the way. Yeah, he is. Kondo gearing up like a bull, ready to charge a matador. He does so. Both get shoulder blocked. Both fall down. Suji did instantly. Dr. Wagner fell like a timber in the middle of the woods. He tags in Cleary, who's recovered from hurting himself. Goes to pick up Kondo. Having a hard time because Kondo is a heavy man. Still a junior heavyweight somehow, but a large junior heavyweight. Cleary's struggling to pick him up here. Does so. Oh, back spin kick. Front kick. Kondo down to one knee. Misses the clothesline. Big knee lift by Cleary on Kondo, who was coming off the ropes. Yone breaks it up. Wagner Jr. in to toss Yone out of the ring and help Cleary get back to Shuji Kondo. Cleary actually motioning. I got this. I got this. Cleary's going to get to the top rope here. What's he going to? Off the second rope. Misses a stomp on Kondo. Kondo out of the corner with a giant lariat. Took Cleary for a ride. 360. And gets the pin. Kondo just took Cleary completely out of his boots there. You remember, Cleary tried to do that masked spirit head turn and injured his own neck, so I'm sure that didn't help him. Cleary actually gets that neck hit by Shuji Kondo hard and goes for a ride, a 360 after a massive clothesline. Your winners here: Muhammad Yone and Shuji Kondo. An interesting team. LJ Cleary goes down. Another tag team match coming up here, folks. First team's going to be another interesting one. Another interesting mix and match here. Here comes Galeno Del Mal, the brother of Dr. Wagner Jr., El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr., and his partner Anthony Green. Oh, but they get attacked. The match hasn't even started. Out comes Jack Morris and Daga. And Yoshitatsu still wearing that mask. I'm not exactly sure why after he's already revealed himself here. They jump the bell. The bell hasn't even rung. They're just Galeno Del Mal resisting Daga. Such a huge size difference. Oh, he's posted. Daga posts Galeno Del Mal badly. Jack Morris beating up Anthony Green out in the crowd. Doesn't care how many fans are in his way. This guy is just, he's turned into some kind of crazy man. I don't know what's happened to Jack Morris. He's just so mean and bitter and angry that he says Noah always does the same things. And they're just taking it out. Now he's got Galeno Del Mal. He got his head wrapped in Anthony Green's jacket, choking him down. And this is basically 3-on-1. I don't know what happened to Yoshitatsu. He's out there somewhere in that mask still. Again, I don't know why. We know who he is. Now it's finally in the ring. Jack Morris and Anthony Green in the ring. They are Team 2000X. Now the match has officially started. Morris taking that team shirt off, choking Anthony Green with it, throwing him into the corner with it. The referee counting him off. You can't use your t-shirt to choke someone, Morris. But Morris doesn't care. He just doesn't care. He's so mean. He's so bitter. He's so angry. He'll do what he wants. He just hangs that shirt in the back of his trunks, pulls it back out, sort of teases the ref that he's going to whip him with it. Green into the corner, and in comes Daga to take his turn to torture Anthony Green. Again, why Yoshitatsu is outside the ring still wearing that mask, I don't have any clue. He must enjoy that. He must, think it looks badass or something. I don't know. Daga with the big kick to Anthony Green. Green is down in the corner, in his opponent's corner. There's Tatsu out there pulling the hair of Green as he is also choked on the throat, put on the throat by Daga. Referee breaks it up. Look, if there's one thing you gotta give Daga and Morris and Tatsu credit for, they are heels. They are underhanded, scummy, how can you root for them type of heels. I mean, they are. They just don't care about anything. They don't care about rules. They don't care. They're just here to shake things up. They're here to change Noah. They're tired of Keno and Kaito Kiyomiya. I mean, they pretty much called them out. There's that pose, Sublime every time, which was much more entertaining and exciting whenever he wasn't an underhanded cheat. I'm sorry to show bias here, but this Team 2000X is just, they're ridiculous. I'm not saying they're ridiculous wrestlers. I'm saying the mindset that's driving them is just, I don't know. Any way to get to the top by these two guy genes. They don't believe they can do it fairly, I guess. There goes Jack Morris whipping Anthony Green into the extended feet of Daga, who's tagged back in. They are working their side of the ring. They're cutting their opponents off. They're making frequent tags, which is smart. Daga trying to taunt Galeno Del Mal just to distract the ref. Galeno Del Mal goes to win. That distracts the ref. Allows Daga to do whatever the hell he wants, like rake his opponent's eyes with his feet like that. Choke him out. He's just mounting Anthony Green, and choking him. Clearly just choking him. Double-handed choke. Goes for the pin, hooks both legs. The referee ain't going to do it. The referee isn't going to count that pin. No, you just sat there and choked him. I'm not going to count that pin. I love pro wrestling, Noah, for little things like that. The ref matters, rules matter, or nothing matters. Anthony Green reverses the Irish whip, but gets caught and tossed into the post through the two turnbuckles. Daga pulls him back out, spinning neck breaker. Goes to the pin here. This time the ref will count it. Gets a 2. Green wants to tag Galeno Del Mal in the worst way, but Daga and Morris will not let it happen. They're keeping him. He's closer to his side of the ring than he's been, but see, as soon as I say that, Daga drags him back to his side. Yoshitatsu's up there trying to distract the referee so they can perform a wishbone. Splitting the legs of Anthony Green is Jack Morris and Daga. Daga now with the kick between the shoulder blades. Kick to the front of the shoulder. There, he just arrogantly pointing to his former friend and partner, laughing, flipping Galeno them all off. Not a smart move, in my opinion. When he gets in the ring, it's going to be bad news for Daga and Jack Morris for sure. Pulling the hair of Green again, pretty much hanging him over the top turnbuckle. Look at the face of Green. Yoshitatsu up in the ring, distracting the ref so Daga can continue to hang Green by his hair. Jack Morris in with a big shot to the gut. Tags Daga in. Again, they're making frequent tags. Very, very smart tag team action here. Kick to the knee, the right knee by Daga. Continues to kick it. Oh, spits his gum right in the face of Galeno Del Mal. Now, you see what they're doing, folks. They want to do this so they'll get the big man to come in and distract the ref so all three men can get Anthony Green down in the corner, choke him out, pull his hair, kick him, because they went at Galeno Del Mal and got him to try to come in so the ref would have to stop him. It is intelligent. It is an intelligent thing they're doing here, even though it is underhanded and ridiculous. Daga with a big fist to Green's head and holding his hand open like I hit him with a palm. There it is, closed fist once again. The referee checking on it. He knows it's closed fist. He shouldn't be doing that. Green with a chop, 2 chops in a row, 3 chops. Daga feeling these, although he's wearing a t-shirt. That's got to help him a little bit. Daga gets reverses and drop kicks Green dead. Gets on top of him. About 2.5 there. Green is getting worn out. He has to make the tag to Galeno Del Mal. He absolutely has to. Both men on their feet. Big back kick, super kick by Green, but it put him into the tag of Morris. Morris goes to knock Galeno Del Mal off the apron, gets hammered, and then gets reversed chin breaker, neck breaker move by Green, who is still on his ass, but he's over and tags in Galeno Del Mal. Look out, here comes the beast. He clotheslines both of his opponents. They go down. Morris is down a second time. Daga is down a second time. I told you pissing this guy off was not a smart move. Now he's in the ring, all like 330 pounds of him. Morris and Daga double teaming him now with fisticuffs and forearms on his back. But that's not going to do it. That'll stun the giant. That'll stun the big man for a little while. But there we go. He's not going to be Irish whipped by both men. They can't Irish whip the monster. He Irish whips both of them backwards and hits a clothesline on Morris. Daga ducks out, comes back through, kicks Galeno Del Mal, and is off with all kinds of forearms and fists. But Del Mal just stands up and says, bring it on. Gets kicked in the stomach by Daga, who's off the ropes, and gets pretty much picked up and flattened and kicked in the face by Galeno Del Mal. This guy is huge. This guy is monstrous. This guy can take all kinds of punishment and dish it out. He's just challenging Jack Morris to bring it on, and now they're doing the fighting spirit forearm smashes. And now, look. Oh, big kick. Big kick by Galeno Del Mal, and a headbutt to the chin of Jack Morris, who's not off his feet, but, hits a big running knee to Galeno Del Mal, who's not off his feet. Jack Morris now underhooking Anthony Green with walking, talking, flying onto Morris, and followed by a tope suicida on the Daga on the outside of the ring, leaves Galeno Del Mal up there. A stunned Jack Morris flies in with a discus lariat. Jack Morris down, covered by Galeno Del Mal. Oh, kick out by Jack Morris. Remember, folks, no matter how vile this man has become, he's still an excellent wrestler who's hard to take out. Galeno Del Mal without underhooks. Oh, come on. Daga's in here with that little bat, that little wooden stick they have. And there's Yoshitatsu beating up the referee. Oh, this was an excellent match. Spoiled by this ridiculousness of this 2000X team that... is this what it's going to be with them? Nothing but throwaway matches that could have been good. Want to make Pro Wrestling Noah better, but doing this? Come on. This is like every other company you see out there with this kind of nonsense. Sit there and get invested in a match only to have these guys do stuff like this. Trying to prove how tough and bad they are by beating their opponents up with a big club. 3-on-2 situation. I'm sorry, folks. You're biased. You need to, if you want to be a commentator, you should, no. Kiss my ass. There comes Jack Morris. At least I'll be able to understand what he says. Okay, and he drops the mic with that amazing statement. You're the team that couldn't win a match fairly, so you resort to this nonsense. I don't know, folks. Maybe you like that. I like good, straight-up matches where there's a winner and a loser. And Anthony Green and Galeno Del Mal win by disqualification. But they sure don't look like winners, laying there taking a beat down by 3 men. The Tao says we sold our souls to pro wrestling. Well, I guess. But that ending was not pro wrestling. That was your typical... Oh, and then Daga just hits the left ankle of Anthony Green with that wooden... whatever that is. That heavy... maybe it's metal. I don't know. Wasn't enough to beat him down. He has to try to break the ankle, take time away from Green in the ring. Hopefully not, but I mean, look at him. I don't know who could take a shot like that and not need some time to get better. Wow. Jack Morris is totally a different human being. Galeno Del Mal pulls the boot off of Anthony Green. I think you're going to start to see Anthony Green get some recovery time for that. I'll have to check the websites and see what we hear, but that did not look good. Daga clearly threatened by Green, or he wouldn't have done something like that. I mean, come on. I'm going to show my age here, but he Tanya Harding'd her, right? It's like Green is Nancy Kerrigan and Daga is Tanya Harding. And he took out his opponent with a club to the ankle. Just sad and pathetic, guys. I'm sorry. Just sad and pathetic. This is pro wrestling, Noah. Come in here and act like a man. Don't come in here and act like a chump, like a bitch. All right, time for our next match here. We're going back to a singles bout. Not super familiar with this first man in this matchup here. Harutoki. I'm probably saying it wrong. You'll have to forgive me. Try to listen to the commentator here. Let me lay out a little bit and hear how this man is announced. There he is. I don't know if he comes from DDT or what have you. I'm not familiar with him at all. I've seen him on some other Noah shows, but I just don't know him. I'm sorry. Harutoki. Sounds like I was close. Harutoki. Supposedly a big deal. Young. Whippersnapper. There he is. Harutoki. He's going to be facing one of my favorite young guys. I really like this guy. And I'm afraid I'm going to watch him lose here. It's just how it is. Unfortunately. I see shades of Katsuyori Shibata in this man coming out. Talking about Yu Iwata. So serious, so kick-ass, so badass. I like this kid a lot. Yu Iwata. Look at him. He just looks like he's here to beat somebody's ass, right? He's not here to be cute. He's not here to wave and blow kisses. He's here to beat somebody down. And I love that. And we're off here. We're going to start. Referee has checked both of them. And there's the bell. Big charge. Harutoki with a big kick. Trying for the pin immediately. And got about 2 3/4. Iwata was not prepared for that. Harutoki picks him up. Turns him over for a big Boston Crab. This Harutoki's out to win this quick. He doesn't get paid by the hour. He's in here to try to take Iwata out. I don't think Iwata was prepared for this fast start. And he's paying for it here. He's got to crawl to the ropes. He's still a good ways. He's still good 4 feet away. And I don't know. Doesn't look good for him. There he's up. There he goes. There he's got. Oh, now he's got it under control. He's going to get to the ropes, it looks like. Even though Harutuki's going to try to make him snap before he reaches out and grabs those ropes. He's rearing back. He's rearing down. Oh, there he got it. So Harutuki knows. Okay, got to the ropes, but I laid in some deep pain into this guy as he bound for those ropes. And I'm going to stomp on his back to keep the psychology going. Then I'm going for Iwata's lower back there. I'm going to kick it again, down around the liver, down around the kidneys. Harutuki has the back again. Waist grasp, picks him up. No, Iwata fights down, kicks backwards, breaks out. Hits a lower drop kick to the left knee of Harutuki into the ropes. Misses the kick. Another left knee drop kick by Iwata. So Iwata's going for the left knee of Harutuki. Harutuki seems to be going for the lower back of Iwata. Iwata picks Harutuki up, has him in a gut wrench possible. Nope, not able to get him. Look, Harutuki holding on to Iwata's leg. No, he breaks it out of it, gets a big, huge gut wrench suplex by Iwata. Nicely done. Goes for the cover, doesn't hook the leg. And, of course, Harutuki kicks out at 2. Harutuki breaks out of that pickup by Iwata. Here comes those fighting spirit forearm shots. Who is going to be the warrior that prevails here? Harutuki to the face. Iwata to the sternum. Both of them looking at each other. Back to the face goes Harutuki. I think Iwata better start hitting the face and neck too, or he's going to lose this like he does there and goes down. Harutuki, though, balancing because that left knee, he's feeling that left knee pain from those drop kicks of Iwata. Iwata now with the kick to the back of the knee. Takes Harutuki. Reverse Irish whip by Harutuki. Iwata up and over, flips over Harutuki out. Another lower drop kick to that left knee. Iwata has got a game plan. Iwata is going after Harutuki's left knee. There it is again, a kick to it. Harutuki leaning on the ropes for support. Iwata's back in with another left kick. A shot to the back of Harutuki. Now he's trying to pull him off the ropes. Harutuki does come out with an Irish whip, holds on to the ropes. Iwata comes forward and gets kicked in the face for it. Harutuki picks him up, slams him down. Harutuki's going across the ring into the ropes, comes over, dives onto the ropes with a splash. Interesting move there by Harutuki. I don't know if I've seen that one before. Nothing special about it, but interesting how he bound into the ropes on a handstand and basically fell into a splash onto Iwata here. Now he's up and over from the apron over the top rope with a flipping dive onto Iwata, getting a 2.5, 2 3/4 count. Now Harutuki slashing his throat as though this is over. He's kicking Iwata in the back, slowly coming around and picking him up basically by the ears. He has Iwata up, arm wringer by Harutuki. Irish whips Iwata into the corner, follows it up with a running shoulder, 2 of them, 3, 4 running shoulder blocks into the midsection of Iwata, scoops him up, does Harutuki, slams Iwata down, and goes for the cover right here. Does hook the leg. No, a 2 count. Iwata is not going down with a body slam and some shoulder blocks. It was good, but not good enough to keep a guy like Iwata down. Harutuki looks a little bit annoyed. Has the legs, both legs, going to spin him over for another Boston Crab, still working on that lower back. Iwata's fighting it, but he gets it. Harutuki gets the Boston Crab, sits back. Really strong Boston Crab. Iwata is fighting the pain, the desire to tap out. Doesn't want to give in, but my God, is this locked in. I do believe Harutuki is taller and bigger than Iwata, so that makes it even tougher. But Iwata push-ups, like a push-up literally, takes a lot of strength, but he is suffering as he crawls toward the ropes. He is suffering so bad that he could probably reach the ropes here, but isn't. Oh, no, he gets dragged back out into the middle. It's going to start. Oh, he hooks it into an STF. Harutuki has the STF hooked in. It's not. He doesn't have a strong one. He's not bending him. Oh, there he goes. There he goes, bending Iwata backward, making the back of that heel touch the back of Iwata's head, or feeling like that's what he's trying to do. Iwata fights not out of it, but gets down flat in his stomach, which makes it a little less painful. But if Harutuki bears back again, trying to make the heel in the top of the head meet. That's the object of the STF. If you can do that, if you can make it feel like I'm going to kick myself in the head soon, that's when a wrestler will tap out. To his credit, though, Iwata not tapping out. Can tell, oh, but there, oh my God. How much of this can Iwata take? Even if he gets to the ropes, the pain from this is going to last for the next couple of days, let alone the rest of this match. Iwata does get to the bottom rope and the ref has to break it, but the damage has been done. Harutuki slowly standing. He knows. I can't say he knows he has this one, but he knows he has Iwata in a very bad spot. Iwata's still just leaning on that bottom rope. Harutuki picking him up. Big forearm smash to the side of the face from Harutuki. Takes Iwata down to a knee. Harutuki taunting him, spreading his arms apart, saying, is this all you've got? Come on, Iwata. I don't want to root for somebody on the open mic, but come on, Iwata. He is on his feet, giving forearm shots to Harutuki, who's taking them and telling him to bring more, but he is feeling them. Oh, big slap. That was partially to the chest, partly to the chin. Iwata down. Picked up by Harutuki. Irish whipped across the ring. No, Iwata stops it. Another drop kick to that left knee from Iwata. Iwata now into the ropes, comes off, gets a boot to the face by Harutuki. Harutuki in huge flying drop kick from Iwata, but both men are down. What a match. What a match. We know this Harutuki's a big deal. We've seen him on the social media of Noah. We know that they look at him as some type of big deal. Iwata's still a growing guy out of the dojo, gets a fisherman buster suplex, hooks it. 2 3/4. Nice attempt by Iwata with that fisherman buster bridging suplex. Iwata now has both legs, lets one go, concentrates on that. Yeah, spinning toe hold, turns it into a figure 4. Look at that. Look at Harutuki fighting that. He's trying to push Iwata's leg away so it can't hook that foot, but he doesn't. Iwata fights through it, has the figure 4 in. Harutuki in great pain here, twisting and turning, pulling at his hair, wondering what he's going to do. Iwata slapping his arms and back onto the mat. He wants to take this guy out. He wants to make him submit. Harutuki sort of yelling at Iwata, but Iwata just flops away, causing more pain, causing more damage to that left knee. Harutuki fighting submission, fighting to keep his shoulders off the mat, because you can get pinned in a figure 4 if you just can't bear the pain anymore and lay flat down. We've seen that happen throughout the history of pro wrestling. Harutuki not really showing too many signs of that. There he goes on his back. Referee needs to count this. This should be a count. His shoulders are down. Harutuki hooks the bottom rope with his elbow. That will break the hold. But again, the damage is done by Iwata. Iwata looking like $1 million here. So's Harutuki. I'm loving this match. This is probably my favorite match of this show by far. Just my personal feelings, folks. I really, this kind of match I enjoy. Makes a lot of sense. A lot of psychology. A lot of hard work. Spinning kick misses from Harutuki. Iwata into the ropes. Misses the clothesline. Harutuki with the, enziguri to the back of the head of Iwata. Harutuki very proud of himself there, raising his arm as though he won the match. He hasn't yet. He needs to get a pinfall. He is gingerly walking on that left knee. He is very, very ginger with that, being careful. Irish whips Iwata into the corner, turns around, sort of jogs in, elbows, like a flipping elbow over the top by Harutuki. Iwata's struggling, sort of dazed, allowing Harutuki to get to the top rope. Iwata now sees him up there, but realizes it's kind of too late to move. Harutuki out with the crossbody. Big crossbody from the big man. No, not enough. Iwata is out. Not enough. Harutuki with the arm wringer. Steps to the side, slapping the back of Iwata to knock him down to his knees. Takes his other arm, places it under him, grabs his feet, picks him up. I don't know what to call this. This is like a front crucifix. Like instead of on your back, he's in the front and slams him like a side slam with his face down in that crucifix position. Crazy. Oh, still not enough. Iwata is out after that ridiculous front-facing crucifix bomb. Side slam crucifix bomb. Iwata is not going down. Harutuki motioning for Iwata to get up. Iwata does so. Harutuki in, misses the knee. Iwata rolls him up. He's got a strong pinfall. No. Harutuki breaks out of it. Iwata, the first one back up, hammering away with forearms to the face and chin. But now spinning forearm by Harutuki underhooks Iwata, who resists. He's not going to go up for a suplex or whatever this move is. He's refusing. But Harutuki fights through it and gets it. A big brain buster, a big suplex. I call it a suplex. Japanese call it a brain buster. No, you're not taking Iwata down with that either. Oh, this is awesome. I wish every match was like this one. I'm sorry. The other matches are fine. I love pro wrestling, Noah. But man, I love stuff like this. This is great. This is wrestling done right. Harutuki in. Oh, big kick. Big haluva kick, if you will, to the face of Iwata. Hooks him, underhook, double underhook. Drops him straight down with an underhook suplex. Like an underhook brainbuster. That's got to be... Oh, my God. Iwata is out of that. Iwata is ungodly. Iwata is inhuman. That's why I know this kid's going places. You got to hit him with a Mack truck to take him out. Unbelievable. Harutuki in with a running big boot to the face. That'll do it. Iwata down. Harutuki earned that win. There's no doubt about it. But let me tell you something. Yu Iwata is one of the future stars of this company. No doubt about it. Harutuki a little ahead of him, obviously, winning this match. But Iwata took almost everything Harutuki had. There he is again. Harutuki, your winner. And an excellent, my match of the night so far. We have 3 matches left. But they're multi-man matches. Nothing against them, but I seldom see a multi-man match that I call match of the night. But it's possible. I am loving this. I have loved this match. This was awesome. This was a 10 out of 10 match for me. No kidding. Not match of the year or anything like that, but just everything about it was perfect. To me. This is what I see. And it had a lot of good psychology. Just great stuff. Great stuff. Thank you, Harutuki and Yu Iwata, for that. Thank you. Coming back from intermission, folks. 4-on-4 matchup. These get kind of wild for me and difficult to call. I get kind of tired. And I might miss a hold, move, something here or there because they're usually just fast-paced and ridiculous. But we'll wait and see how it goes. I'm going to give it my best shot. And I'm by myself. I have nobody else to do this with. First out in this 8-man matchup is the team of Shuhei Taniguchi, Eita, Asuka, and Junta Miyawaki, who is right there on your turnbuckle. Junta Miyawaki is quoted earlier as saying he wants to bring more children out. That children need to be more attracted to wrestling, and he wants to be a part of that. There's Asuka, former GHC Junior Heavyweight Champion. Shuhei Taniguchi trying to get down to the Junior Heavyweight. Unreal. There's Eita, one of the best junior heavyweights in the world. One of the biggest personalities. Fans absolutely love that guy. Junta Miyawaki trying to get up to that level. Doing a good job. He's always out talking to kids, signing autograph for kids. He wants to be the children's champion. There's no doubt about that. He is quoted, like I said, as saying as much. You know, more children come out, more parents come with them, I guess, right? As long as wrestling isn't geared toward children, I'm cool with it. They can be a part of it. I started watching wrestling when I was 7 years old. Georgia Championship Wrestling later became Crockett Promotions, Jim Crockett Promotions. I was watching that when I was 7, 8, 9, 10. So, hey, good for the children. It wasn't catered towards children back then, but I still loved it. Junta Miyawaki really giving himself just a really shot of energy, trying to get up at the top of this division, and I think he'll succeed. They've got a tough challenge laying ahead of them. This should be excellent. Even though I'm not a big fan of 8-person tag team matches, it's with the ref. It's 9 people out there, folks. It's hectic. It's crazy. If the referee keeps control, this will be good. If he loses control, this will just be a bunch of hodgepodge nonsense among 8 extremely talented wrestlers. But the referee has to keep control of this. Here comes their opponents, the Rattels. Hayata, Yohei, Taraske, and their newest member, Yuto Kikuchi. This is the new Rattels. Daisuke Harada has been out of wrestling for a number of years. He recommended this Kikuchi kid. I still don't know what my opinion on him is. I do not dislike him. I don't know if I'm completely sold on him yet. He's no Daisuke Harada, that's for sure. But who is? Gotta be fair, right? Referee checking everybody out. So the referee's job is. Nice to see him doing it. I love when referees mean something, guys. I just love it. It's one of the reasons I love Noah. They don't always. It pisses me off. But a lot of the time, the referee and their job is done right, and it matters. And without that, and many companies do not have that, and it frustrates me to no end. It's why I'm not watching American wrestling. It's one of the big reasons. Some American companies are better at that than others, but not consistently. Noah isn't 100% consistent with it, but they're more consistent than just about anyone I've seen. Noah and Marigold. Also have a Marigold channel if you want to check that out. Or ask me about it. Who's going to start this up? Taniguchi looks like he wants to. So does Junta. They're sort of arguing about it. Taniguchi pushing Junta out. I want to start this, he says. We've got Yohei starting for the Rattels. Still arguing here over who's going to start this. Junta wants to start for the attention. Taniguchi wants to start because he thinks he's a monster who can kill these guys. And here he gets his way. He just shoves Junta out of the way. Big shoulder block. Yohei is down. And Taniguchi continues with kicks to the midsection to a falling Yohei. Taniguchi is strong as an ox, even though he's dropping weight. Just grabs Yohei by the throat, picks him up. Going for a choke slam immediately here. Gets him up, but Hayata interferes, trying to keep that from happening. This is where the referee has to keep control. But you see how he loses it? I'm not complaining yet, but the referee's over there talking to Eita. Meanwhile, allowing Yohei and Hayata to double team Taniguchi. Still going on with the referee looking. Big chops. Rake of the eyes by Hayata. They're going to go for a double team suplex again. Where's the 5 count here, ref? Needs to be a 5 count. Taniguchi blocks the double suplex. Doesn't let it happen. Strong, like I said. He suplexes both Yohei and Hayata. Looks angry. He's a little annoyed to be double teamed like that. Now he's going to go over and tag in Eita. So it'll be Eita and Yohei here. Good matchup. These two have a history of dislike for each other. Eita once scrubbed Yohei with shampoo like he was a dirty dog. It's controversial all over social media. Yohei up and over in the corner, challenging Eita to come out. Hits him with a kick, hits him with a spinning kick to the head. Yohei taking a little bit of charge here, but still down from the damage he took from Taniguchi. Rolls over, tags in Kikuchi. Kikuchi's ready to go. He comes in against Eita with some forearm shots. Knocking him backwards against the ropes. Kikuchi throwing him across the ring with an Irish whip. Bends over and waits too long. Eita kicks him and just tosses him out of the ring. Now telling him, get up and get back in here, boy. Kikuchi learning, that Eita's not someone you can just get in there and mess around with. Eita just tags out to Junta Miyawaki after getting Kikuchi all fired up. Kikuchi was like, what's going on? I thought you wanted me. What would you tag out for? What the hell? That's Eita plays games. You better get used to it, son. Better get used to it. Junta Miyawaki and Kikuchi now going to maybe lock up here. Some kind of test of strength. But Kikuchi kicks Junta, who flips over, floats over. Taken down. Up is Junta Miyawaki. Arm wringer. Arm drag. Kip up. Another arm drag. Kip up. Arm wringer. Irish whip. Turns into a flip. Another flip by Kikuchi. Lands. Clothesline by... See what I mean, folks? It's hard to keep up with. Junta Miyawaki now being taken up. Folks, I'm not going to lie. I don't like this move. Why doesn't Junta Miyawaki just push or pull this guy? I mean, it takes skill there, and some of you are going to roll your eyes. You know, it's not a commentator's job to question that. Well, I'm not any commentator. Hurricanrana by Kikuchi, that was a nice one. But that walk the top rope move where your opponent holds your hand, I think that just exposes this business and makes it look dumb. What kind of idiot would allow the guy to do that to him? In comes Yohei again. I don't know why you'd tag Yohei back in. He's already been beaten up a little bit, but he looks refreshed here. But where's Hayata? Where is Tadasuke? But anyhow, pinfall by Yohei. Oh. Junta suffering here with those forearms from Yohei. Junta down. Hayate then kicks him hard in the lower region, on the stomach region as he gets up. Yohei picking Junta Miyawaki up off the mat. Irish whip across the ring. Missed double axe handle. Mixed double axe handle. Junta with a big flying forearm knocking Yohei down. But Junta's in the corner recovering himself. Both men are up in opposite corners. Junta across. Running elbow. Splash. Climbs to the second rope. Begins to rain down fisticuffs on Yohei. The ref's tapping Junta Miyawaki saying, hey, you're on the ropes. This is in the ropes. I'm going to count you off. Cannot just do this indefinitely. Junta is down. Junta now behind Yohei. Picking him up, underhooking him under the chin as Junta sits on the top rope. Diving face buster from the top rope. Twisting face buster from Junta Miyawaki. Goes for the cover, hooks both legs. Yohei is out at 2. Junta Miyawaki picking Yohei up. Lifts him up over his back with one arm, but loses control. Yohei now has the back. Junta breaks out of that. Yohei leapfrog up and over. Junta's on the bottom rope. Double knees from Yohei on the hanging Junta Miyawaki. Twisting cutter from Yohei, taking Junta Miyawaki down. Both men are down. Both men looking tired and exhausted. Yohei's been in this match a lot of the time so far. He's going to make a tag this time to a fresh Tadasuke. First time in here going off against Asuka. Misses a kick, Tadasuke does. Catches Asuka, who turns it into a Hurricanrana, takes Tadasuke down, who's out of the ring. Asuka's bounding across the ropes, diving out, Tope Suicida on Tadasuke, who knocks him all the way into the crowd and into the chairs. Asuka tosses Tadasuke back in the ring. Irish whip, Tadasuke's off. Big jumping elbow by Asuka, goes for the cover, doesn't hook a leg. Tadasuke is out of there. Tadasuke is big and strong for a junior heavyweight. You cannot not hook his leg. Asuka now an arm wringer and an arm jerk on Tadasuke. Throws him across the ring, comes in, monkey flip, but no, Tadasuke sits him on the top rope. Asuka kicks Tadasuke off, flips over him. Tadasuke with the leg trip, spinning toe hold. You do not want to get caught in the spinning toe hold of the rock star Tadasuke. He has the best spinning toe hold since Terry Funk. He can just rip your cartilage apart and make you cry. Look at Asuka suffering already. Goes for the back. Oh no, misses. Tadasuke with the DDT. Big falling DDT by Tadasuke. He tags in cool, calm, and collected. Hayata, one of the best juniors out there today. Knocks Asuka down, but Asuka tries to jump over him, but Hayata turns it into a nutbuster, if you will, and runs in with a big drop kick to Asuka's head. Hayata now looking over at those that they're facing, hoping they're not coming in, just taking a look, you know. Hayata is a smart guy. He picks Asuka up, but no, Asuka floats out of it. Ducks under, tags in Shuhei Taniguchi. Hayata does not look happy about this. He gets shoulder blocked down. His partners get blocked off of the apron, and now we got Eita and Taniguchi against Hayata as the ref checking the opposite corner. Turns around and sees the double team here. Whipped into Taniguchi and slammed down hard. Tadasuke's in, and he gets slammed down hard. Here comes Kikuchi to get, you guessed it, slammed down hard. And there's Yohei for our final big slam from Taniguchi. All four of the Rattels down. Hayata now just getting to his feet. Now they're all going to just start beating up Taniguchi. All four of the Rattels clubbing away at him. The referee trying to keep the other team from coming in the ring, ignoring this because he's too busy. Taniguchi's out of it, just starts headbutting, axe handling, taking care of business, but Tadasuke and Kikuchi have him. They get double clothesline. Taniguchi is a beast, man. Oh, he just belts Yohei over the top rope. Gets rolled up by Hayata, though. And pinned. Unbelievable. Taniguchi was in there taking care of business, beating up all 4 Rattels at the same time. But one of them got away, snuck up behind him. I think it was Hayata. Hayata rolls him up and gets the out-of-nowhere pinfall. Not a bad match here. A couple times the referee could have done a better job, in my opinion. But he wasn't buried. I don't think so. But he was distracted a lot. But how could you not be in these 8-man tag teams? 9 people in the ring. Folks, I hope you're okay with my commentary. They're very hard to keep up with. Our main event is a 4-man. We got one match before that, which is a regular tag team match. And I'm not going to lie. Or no, is it a 6-man match? Well, not as bad as an 8-man. When I say bad, I don't mean the wrestling. I love this wrestling. I love these wrestlers. I love this company. I just never am going to be a big fan of 4 versus 4, 5 versus 5. It's ridiculous. Now we've got Miyawaki getting in the face of Hayata. Amaska getting in the face of Tadasuke. Just all confronting one another for who knows why reason. Because it's the Noah Juniors and this is what they do. Good match. The Rattels win it. Junta's out there with the children again. He just can't help himself. Posing for pictures, giving high fives. Good guy, Junta Miyawaki, no doubt about it. Semi-main event here, folks. Looking at a 6-man tag team matchup. First out is Team Noah, the flag bearer himself, Sushi Katogi. Love that flag. Someone send me one. He's teaming with Go Shiozaki and Hajime Ohara. Great team. Team Noah is great stuff. Passionate, dedicated to this company. I admire and respect them very much for that. Again, somebody get me that flag. I'll tie it to the back of my car. It's huge, but I love it. Here come their opponents. This is going to be a hell of a match. Here they come. I'm talking about Dragon Bane, Alpha Wolf, and Manabu Soya, the national heavyweight champion. What a team this is. I mean, I pretty recently have seen Dragon Bane and Alpha Wolf team up with Dr. Wagner Jr. to fight Manabu Soya. Now he's got them on his team. Maybe the suffering he took at their hands convinced him to recruit them as partners. These guys are crazy. They're badass luchadors that I definitely like and appreciate. And Manabu Soya, I'm finally thrilled to see him get a big singles run. There he is, Mr. Passion. He's just going to eat you for breakfast. Los Golpeaderos, I believe. I struggle to say their tag team name. Bane and Wolf. Los Golpeaderos, is that right? Someone will correct me. Referee doing his check. Making sure all these gentlemen are not greased up, don't have weapons. I love it. He even checks the luchadors' masks. Makes sense. Referee telling them to decide who's going to start this. Looks like Manabu Soya possibly for his team. I'm not sure. But I think he was talking them into it. Let me start this. Against Goji Ozaki, who will be the next challenger for that national title. So this match, this is a preview for that matchup. When these two square off in a singles match, it will be must-see. Not that this will be bad at all, but these two in a singles match, wow. Lock up. Manabu Soya has a slight advantage as he sees Ozaki down on one knee. Rising back up, Manabu's got his back. Standing at his back. But Goji Ozaki's controlling the left arm. He gets it and yanks up on it. Twists it around. Goji Ozaki comes to the advantage out of all that. Controlling Manabu Soya by his left arm. Manabu comes around. Now they're clashing. Their heads are against each other. They're just trying to get leverage here. Each one is trying to get leverage over the other. I would guess Manabu's stronger, but not a lot stronger apparently. Goji Ozaki keeping up with Manabu Soya's strength for strength here. Listen to them. Listen to that. That is them fighting. Just for an advantage. Manabu Soya gets the arm wringer. Goji Ozaki comes around, spins around. Snapmare. Goji Ozaki takes Manabu Soya over and has a reverse chin lock on him. That knee in the back of Manabu Soya as Goji Ozaki pulls on the chin. That is painful. That is wicked. That is what's wearing the big man down. Goji Ozaki not letting go of that chin, those cheeks, those jawbones. You know, he's trying to smash the jawbones there. Manabu Soya fighting out just using pure strength to pull the arms apart. Unbelievable. That's what those chest fly exercises are for. But they snap back around the jaws of Manabu Soya. Manabu trying to get to his feet, thinking he can get some leverage there. Maybe uses all of his body strength to pull those arms apart. He's doing it. He's getting them apart again. Will it last this time? Yes, it does. He flips Goji Ozaki over. Both of them just looking at each other like, okay, let's see where this goes, pal. Manabu Soya thinking about tagging, I think. At least it looked like. He looked over at his partners. Yes, he's going to tag in Alpha Wolf. Will Goji Ozaki stay in for this, or is he going to tag someone else? Here comes. Nope. Goji Ozaki says, I got this. I just stretch out my wrists and my arms. Nope. There you go, Katogi. Katogi versus Alpha Wolf. I'm not sure this is much of an even match. Katogi is great, but Alpha Wolf is bigger and stronger. Technical ability probably goes to Katogi. Alpha Wolf gets a headlock. Into the ropes, pulls him off, pushes him off, big shoulder block, but Katogi just goes into the ropes and comes off with a big boot. Reverse Irish whip. Katogi slides out and under the bottom rope. Alpha Wolf isn't going to be stopped, though. He goes for a leap, but lands on his feet when Katogi moves. Incredible from Alpha Wolf there, just diving over the top rope, landing on his feet. Katogi in, kicking Wolf as he slides back in the ring. Off the second rope with a big body splash. Missed clothesline. Leg trip by Alpha Wolf. Lion Tamer misses. Katogi misses with a kick. Both guys just standing, looking at each other. Alpha Wolf on one knee, Katogi standing, looking at each other, wondering who will take the advantage in this one-on-one part of this six-man matchup. Alpha Wolf stalking out. Katogi backs off. Katogi's going to tag in Hajime Ohara, and Alpha Wolf tags in Dragon Bane. Now, here's a great matchup. Dragon Bane and Hajime Ohara. Ohara, one of the best junior heavyweights ever. Dragon Bane making his way up to that level. Dragon Bane's an excellent wrestler, an incredible luchador. Hasn't come to the heights that Hajime Ohara, but wants to. And having a good shot in here with Ohara, or even pinning him, would set him on that path for sure. The luchador is trying to get the crowd chant for Mexico or luchador or what have you. Ohara trying to get them to cheer for him. Seems like a fairly split crowd. Seems like the fans like both these guys to me. Ohara leg trip to Bane. Rolls over top of Bane. Comes into the rope. Shoulder block. Bane is down but kips right back up. O'Hara is celebrating, but Bane's on his feet immediately. Turns around to see Bane standing looking at him. Kicks him in the midsection. O'Hara into the ropes and off. Leap over by Bane. Flip over by O'Hara. They cross each other. Bane with a big hurricanrana. O'Hara's seated at the bottom rope, but getting back to his feet. Alpha Wolf charges. O'Hara misses the clothesline. Alpha Wolf flips back over with the head scissors, spinning around. He's going to get into that flipping, that spinning, I don't know what you call that, honestly, but tosses O'Hara over. Comes in, gets flipped over the rope by O'Hara. He lands on his feet, delivers a big enziguri from the apron to the head of O'Hara. In comes Alpha Wolf with the cross body. Down comes Bane with the splash. Big double team maneuver there. 2 for the price of 1. Both Los Caballeros are in the ring, tossing O'Hara into the corner. The referee trying to keep Shiozaki and Katogi out of it while 2 luchadors double team O'Hara to hell. Big splash by Bane. Big drop kick in the corner. Oh my God! Alpha Wolf kicks Dragon Bane up and over into a bomb on a seated O'Hara in the corner. They've got Hajime O'Hara in a very bad spot, especially that double team. I mean, it's hard enough to take one of these guys on. To take both of them on is asking too much of just about any wrestler in the world. Bane has O'Hara up. The ref telling everybody, stay out of this. Stay in your corners. O'Hara does reverse and gets a big side Russian suplex. Hooks up. Look at that. He's got that submission hold on Dragon Bane. He's got that knee up, that foot up towards his head, but Alpha Wolf comes in and breaks it up. Katogi headbutts Alpha Wolf until he falls out of the ring. Now Katogi and O'Hara double teaming Bane. They get him in the double team maneuver, pick her up, Irish whip him, come together. Double high boots from O'Hara and Katogi, knocking Dragon Bane to the apron, to the canvas floor. Katogi tags in to come over and take over on Bane, begins to just kick him while he's down. Double axe handle to the back of a fallen Dragon Bane from Katogi. Katogi looks like he's trying to think of what to do. I don't mean to insult him here, but he looks like he's measuring. Looks like he's, what offensive maneuver do I want to do now? That's what it just looks like to me. Big uppercut from Katogi, knocking Dragon Bane back down to the canvas. Katogi picks him back up, has him in the corner going for the Irish whip. He goes for the ride. Over comes Katogi. Dragon Bane back body drops him over. But Katogi on the apron misses the big swing. Dragon Bane hits him with one. Katogi rolls in, hits a cutter on a charging Dragon Bane. Big maneuver from Katogi there. Katogi now sees Bane is rolled to the outside, goes into the ropes. Fans getting out of the way. Katogi up and through with a baseball slide, knocking Dragon Bane's head off into the arena floor. Katogi tossing Bane back into the ring, appealing to the fans, something like, watch this, Team Noah all the way, I'm sure. Katogi climbing to the top, but Bane recovers and hits a big kick to the head of Katogi, who's seated on the top turnbuckle now. Dragon Bane climbs outside onto the apron and begins to ascend the ropes. Katogi is somewhat recovered, both of them holding on to one another. Dragon Bane forearm smashing Katogi. Katogi climbing to the top. What are they thinking here? What is going on? Dragon Bane on the top rope. And he gets a head scissors, a Frankensteiner from the top rope. Katogi down with a Frankensteiner from Dragon Bane. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Dragon Bane needs to go for a cover here. What's he doing? He's so disoriented himself from that move. He's tagging in Alpha Wolf, who is in. He's going to take control of a fallen Katogi because, like I said, a Frankensteiner from the top rope should be over. Forearm smashes over and over. Headbutt to the sternum by Alpha Wolf. O'Hara in and a backbreaker to Alpha Wolf, trying to help his partner out, who gets a running penalty kick to the chin of Alpha Wolf. And now he's going to go over and tag in Hajime O'Hara. O'Hara now in the ring, taking on Alpha Wolf. Alpha Wolf recovering from that penalty kick. O'Hara hits him with a running drop kick. Wolf in the corner. Here comes O'Hara in the flying forearm in the corner. Wolf goes down to a seated position. O'Hara flying in with a John Woo type of single leg drop kick. O'Hara up, appealing to the crowd as he gets measured and ready to attack Alpha Wolf again. This might be too much time. It was. Alpha Wolf with the back kick, draping O'Hara across the second rope, going out into the apron, kicking him, and rolling back over the top rope on and across O'Hara, who kicks out. Kicks out. Got to give O'Hara credit for that. That was a nice series of offensive moves from Alpha Wolf, but O'Hara's like, no way. Now we've got the fighting spirit. Smashes the fighting spirit forearms and slaps. Both men coming ready about even. The super kick knocks O'Hara's head off. O'Hara with a big boot to Alpha Wolf, both off the ropes. O'Hara spins around, hits a falling backbreaker lung blower to Alpha Wolf here. He's very riled up and ready to go. Into the ropes goes O'Hara, but a running headbutt from Alpha Wolf, and both men are down. Wow, folks, who's going to win this one? This has been a tough one. This has been a rough one. Referee's doing a pretty good job of keeping this match handled, which I appreciate. Of course, you're going to get some double team moves here in matches like this here or there, but generally the ref's taking control. Here comes Manabu Soya and Goji Ozaki. They just meet in the middle. Collision. Nothing happens to either one. Missed clothesline from Manabu Soya. Jumping shoulder block from Goji Ozaki, taking the national champion down. Now the big chop from Goji Ozaki, knocking Soya into the corner. Shiozaki in the opposite corner coming in. Running chop to the chest. Now here comes those machine gun chops from Go Shiozaki. Manabu Soya just bearing it as much as he can. Coming out of that. Chopping Shiozaki of himself again a second time. A third time. Manabu Soya ate those machine gun chops and came out with chops of his own, but now got clotheslined. Lariat by Go Shiozaki gets a 2 count. You got to be careful. Shiozaki can hit a winning clothesline on anyone at any moment. Shiozaki hooks Manabu Soya. Looks like a fisherman buster maybe, but hasn't got him up yet. Manabu Soya fighting against it. Comes back down and headbutts Goji Ozaki hard. Twists him over for a falling neck breaker. Yes! Manabu Soya gets it with a twisting, falling neck breaker. Goes for the pin. But everybody's in the ring to mess this up. Now we've got mass chaos. Now we've got all 6 men in the ring. Los Cobaldoros collide. O'Hara and Katogi got them in a double rowboat, yanking those legs apart and holding on to them. They are stretching the groins of Alpha Wolf and Dragon Bane. Unbelievable. This is something you never want to find yourself in, folks. This is just unbelievable painful. From each side of the rowboat position is Manabu Soya and Goji Ozaki. Manabu Soya steps into the middle of it. Goji Ozaki, they're in the middle of this rowboat hold as if it's some kind of smaller squared circle inside the bigger squared circle. And they are going to get the chops. The fighting spirit chops forearms against each other while standing in the middle of their teammates. Nobody worried about who's hurting who. They're just worried about chopping each other down to size back and forth. The squared circle inside the squared circle. Fighting it out. Who's going to break out of this? Goji Ozaki steps out of it first and goes down to a knee. Soya picks him back up and drags him back into this rowboat. Manabu Soya has the headlock, but Goji Ozaki reverses it and rolls him up for the pin. Oh, Manabu Soya just breaks out of it, and the rowboat hold finally breaks. And we might go back to normal action here as everybody except Soya and Goji Ozaki are out of the ring. Manabu Soya says it looks like they're going to charge each other. Double clotheslines. Both of them feeling it. Stumbling, rumbling around, but not falling. Oh, missed clothesline by Goji Ozaki. Spear! Big spear by the national champion. Manabu Soya picks up Goji Ozaki. Hooks him. What is this going to be? It is a suplex brain buster. No, falling straight down. Goji Ozaki, that suplex he does where he holds his opponent up and just drops him straight down. Not a brain buster. You know what I mean. From a standing position, he just lets his opponent go and forces him down flat onto the mat. Manabu Soya is exhausted. Goji Ozaki is exhausted. Go is going to tag Atsushi Katogi here, who comes in by climbing to the top rope, coming down, splash to the down. Manabu Soya goes for the pinfall. Manabu Soya is out at 2. Katogi's a little frustrated. Katogi picks Manabu Soya up, has his double underhook. Maybe going for the unprettier here, but I don't think he's going to hook it. Manabu Soya's fighting out of it. Oh, yeah, he just busted out of it completely. Kicks Katogi, hooks him up for his own ride. Up. No. Katogi fights off and is down. Oh, Manabu Soya picks him back up for a big brainbuster. Katogi feeling it. Goji Ozaki in to try to stop this. Clotheslines Manabu Soya, but here comes Alpha Wolf. He kicks the arm of Goji Ozaki and headbutts him. Here comes O'Hara in, and he takes Alpha Wolf down. Dragon Bane is in, and he is back-breaking O'Hara, the back-breaking expert. Katogi with a big kick to Alpha Wolf. Now we are left with Katogi and Manabu Soya in the ring, one-on-one, the two legal men in this match. Katogi's in with a big swipe, swinging kick on Manabu Soya's face. 2 of them, 3 of them. Manabu Soya didn't sell the first one. He's not taking this. He tells Katogi to bring it on, catches them, hits the Death Valley Driver on Katogi. Oh, everybody's in the ring to break this up too. Everybody's recovered from the outside, but they fight out again. Still back down to Manabu Soya versus Atsushi Katogi. Manabu Soya's in the corner, getting riled up. Katogi is up, hit with a running clothesline from Manabu Soya. He goes to the cover. Gets the pin. He pins Atsushi Katogi with his own lariat. A lariat that Go Shiozaki would be proud of himself and doesn't want to be hit with. Boy, when these two face off for the national title, that is going to be something. Great matchup here. I like this. Referee did his job for the most part, biggest majority of the time. Soya's telling the ref, put this belt on me. Soya getting adorned with his red GHC National Championship. I like that title. I have a replica GHC heavyweight title hanging above my head here. I might get a national title here soon. Manabu Soya addressing Go Shiozaki. They're gonna be talking about their upcoming match for that GHC title. I can't interpret this. I'm sorry, folks, but that's what they're talking about. Manabu's challenged Go Shiozaki. Shiozaki is accepted. I'll just lay out here and let them talk a little bit. Time for the main event. What a main event it's going to be. Even though it is another 8-man tag team matchup. Bear with me, folks. Here comes All Rebellion. Kaito Kiyomiya, Keno, Alejandro, and Cristobal. Acknowledge them. Sorry, I can't avoid that. At least they do bring it down to a point, right? I love All Rebellion. I think this is a great group. I miss Congo, but I'll take All Rebellion. It is a group like this that guys like Jack Morrisdaga and Yoshitatsu are sort of annoyed with. They're not feuding with them. They haven't really earned that, but they don't like this. They don't like the blondes. They don't like these guys always being on top. I'm just letting you know that. Don't ask me why I'm talking about them in this match. Just giving some information to someone that might be a new Noah fan. Crowd loves All Rebellion. Keno as a major babyface, still taking me some getting used to. I mean, the fact that he's palling around with Kaito Kiyomiya playing second fiddle to him, and I'm not insulting Keno. Good for him. Good for him. But it's very unusual and hard for me to take as a big Keno fan for many years. I miss Keno and Takashi Zagura hooking up and being badass tag team. And again, I just told you I love All Rebellion, so I'm not wishing it to go away, but man, those days of Noah were something else. The super hard-hitting, badass days. Still hard-hitting. Still the best company out there. Just saying. Just filling time as all four of these guys come into the ring. Rumors that these two might actually be related. Might actually be brothers. I can't confirm that, but they give a lot of good photo opportunities here, and you get these guys all together in their pose. Sort of reminds me of Los Ingobernables de Japón, in a way. Just how they're together, how they pose, how they have their hand gestures, how they're cool, you know what I mean? Cool in a badass kind of way. But their opponents are pretty badass too. Here those opponents come. I am talking about Naomichi Marufuji, Takashi Zagura, Ulka Sasaki, and that man, Kai Fujimura. Ulka Sasaki has a match coming up, I believe it is in the new year, against a WWE star. I'm telling you, it's going to be something to behold. If you haven't seen that spoiler, check it out online. Oh, the hell with it. I'm talking about Nakamura. Nakamura will take on Ulka Sasaki in the New Year's show. You say, well, that's a while. It's not really. I mean, it's the middle of October, folks. We're not that far away from the New Year's show. This is going to be something, again, forgive me if I have a hard time keeping up with this. Again, including that referee right there, there are 9 men in the ring. See that beautiful GHC title? I have a replica of that hanging above my head. I'm so proud of it. I've always wanted one of those. I finally got my hands on one. WrestlingDoneRight.com for all my socials. We'll see all kinds of pictures of it. WrestlingDoneRight.com. There's Keno yelling at somebody, Marufuji. He and Marufuji are going to go one-on-one before long. This is a preview of that. Also, Segura and Taniguchi there are going to face off in a one-on-one match. The winner will get the champion, Kaito Kiyomiya, in a battle for his title. That will be an incredible match. The winner versus Kiyomiya will be an incredible match. Ulka Sasaki versus Nakamura will be an incredible match. Pro Wrestling Noah, full of incredible matchups now and coming up in the future. We're going to get our champion, Kaito Kiyomiya versus Takashi Segura, to kick this match off. Takashi Segura is a killer. He is incredible. I don't care that he's in his 50s. Screw you if you think that's a bad thing. He is amazing. He starts off getting the champion in a headlock. Champion throws him off. Shoulder block. Segura wins that battle. Segura into the ropes, up and over. Kiyomiya leapfrog. Elbow smash, takes Segura down, flying elbow from our champion. No, he doesn't even get a 1 count. Segura's like, get the hell off me. Kick to the gut, snaps him over, kicks him in the back. Segura's just pissed off. Don't you try to pin me after 1 move, you son of a bitch. Now they're going to battle each other with these fighting spirit elbow smashes, a big uppercut. Oh, but Segura hits him with the knee as he comes off the ropes. Again, he's not going to take any crap from the young boy champion. He's amazing as Kiyomiya, but Segura, He is a badass and not afraid of anyone. Anyone. Former member of Suzuki-gun. Tags in Marufuji, and of course here comes Kenoh. These two have real personal beef against each other. These two really don't like each other. Marufuji, known as the genius of the Arc. I'm sure Kenoh probably takes exception to that. Kenoh thinks he's the smartest, brightest, baddest, toughest, quickest, sharpest wrestler in the world. There's nobody better than him. And so he resents anybody who is labeled as something that he is not. Marufuji, though, has been the one taunting Kenoh as of late, doing his poses and just mocking him every chance he gets. Marufuji, one of the best wrestlers in the world, as is Kenoh. So this is an incredible matchup. When they go one-on-one, it is a match of the year contender, no doubt about it. Kenoh with the knee off the ropes. Marufuji off of the ropes, gets kicked in the guts. Marufuji really feeling that. Kenoh is one of the best kickers in the business. So many love to kick in this business, but Kenoh's up there with Bryan Danielson and the like as one of the best kickers. I got a little bit of slow down here. What's going on? Marufuji wants Kaito Kiyomiya because he knows when he and his partner here, Segura, face off, the winner gets Kaito Kiyomiya for the title, and he wants to show what he can do against the champion as well. Kenoh obliges and tags in the young man, Kaito Kiyomiya, the ace of Noah in his early 20s. Unbelievable. Now, Marufuji fakes the test of strength and kicks Kiyomiya in the gut, throws him across the ring. Tries for an arm drag. Kiyomiya blocks it again. Arm wringer by Kiyomiya, arm wringer by Marufuji, kicks the opposite arm, stomps on the foot, kicks him in the back of the head. Kiyomiya suffering a lot here. Marufuji off, but gets elbowed in the sternum. Kiyomiya off the ropes, leapfrog over. They come back together, flying cross bodies from both of them. They're both down. Both down. Double flying body press at the same time. Knocks them both down. Probably knocks a little bit of wind out of each other. Each of them crawl to their corner. Are they going to make a tag? Yes. In comes Kai Fujimura and Alejandro. Alejandro is the fastest rising star in Noah. He's not very big, but he's fast as hell. He's an incredible lucha-style wrestler. He has pinned Takashi Segura. Unbelievable. Kai Fujimura gets the back. Throws Alejandro down. Alejandro kips up and just drags and pulls Kai Fujimura over, who kips up and drags and pulls Alejandro over. Leg trip by Kai Fujimura. Out of that, leg trip by Alejandro, up and over, both of them looking each other in the eye after that ridiculous high-speed fiasco we had there that I barely could keep up with. Lock up, broken by Alejandro, who takes the arm and starts to bend it over, tries to hyperextend it, throws Kai Fujimura over, flips him over, comes in, leg trip, off the ropes, up and over, flipping over goes Alejandro. Alejandro now up, over, elevated off the second rope, and flips over Kai Fujimura and drop kicks him down as he gets up. Now we've got all four members of All Rebellion in there attacking their opponents. They're going to all go to Kai Fujimura, try to put this one away. Cristobal and Alejandro teaming up here, coming in with the double splash, double elbows. Here comes Kaito Kiyomiya and Kenoh with double elbows. Kai Fujimura's in a bad way. All four men drop kicking him as he's seated in the corner. Wow. They're just taking charge here, is All Rebellion, but I somehow feel like they're going to pay for that. The other team will repay that in this matchup. I'm nearly certain. It's back to just Alejandro against Kai Fujimura here. Stomp to the back of the shoulder blades from Alejandro, picking Kai Fujimura up. Irish whip across the ropes. Kai Fujimura comes back. Oh, but he arm drags Alejandro down. Alejandro back. Kai Fujimura with a spinning arm drag. Drop kick to the chin of Alejandro, who's in his corner, probably going to tag. Yeah, here comes Kenoh. Here comes Ulka Sasaki. This is an incredible, amazing matchup here. Kenoh wants Marufuji, but he's got Ulka Sasaki. He better pay attention to Sasaki because Sasaki is no joke. He is still a rookie, but one of the best rookies in the business today, and he will give Kenoh all that he can handle. Of that, there is no doubt. Kenoh, as great as he is, got his hands full here, and he knows it. Look how he's stalking him. Look how he's watching him. Ulka Sasaki is an MMA expert. He came out of the MMA world and has excelled in pro wrestling. He says he loves it. He's very happy to have made the transition. And we'll see what he can do against Kenoh. Slowly locking up with each other. No one's really taking charge. Ulka Sasaki with the arm wringer. Kenoh down. Ulka's sort of taunting him, sort of leaning in, saying, what are you going to do? Kenoh twists out of it, grabs the other arm of Ulka Sasaki, takes it around behind him, grabs a waist lock. Ulka Sasaki trying to break that waist lock. Like I said, he's an MMA star, or was. He knows how to get out of a waist lock, does so, turns it into a shoulder block. Another arm wringer. Another shoulder block. He's trying to take Keno's left arm out, rings his wrist over, has wrist control, and stands on Keno's chest. The referee's going to count this, it looks like. But Keno's his left shoulder is up. Oka doesn't really care. I don't think he was just trying to pin him there, just hurt him. He's twisting that left arm around, kicks Keno in the sternum. Keno felt that one. Remember I said Keno's great at kicks. Well, when he gets kicked by another great kicker, he resents it and he goes, you want to fight this way? Let's go. And they're going to have some fighting spirit kick battles. I'll take yours. You take mine. We'll see who's standing at the end of this, brother. Another kick by Keno. They're just eating these. This goes back to the samurai with the way that they practiced and the way that they toughened each other up to go into battle. This is what this is about. Each of them have knocked the other one down now, but Ulka's sitting there, sticking his tongue out, looking like, yeah, okay, you knocked me down, but big deal. I ain't hurt. He rises to his feet. Keno allows him to rise to his feet because they're going to keep this up. They're going to keep this style of battle up. We just want to see who's the tougher of the two. I want to show you. You want to show me. Backs Keno into the corner. Cristobal tagging in now against Ulka Sasaki. Cristobal, no offense, but probably the weakest member of All Rebellion. He's still growing. There, Ulka Sasaki just backs into him. Look at Ulka Sasaki isn't even the least bit concerned. Oh, I've got this guy. Okay. And the Silver Spider-Man mask. Now, Ulka Sasaki, Cristobal is known for this floaty bird motion you're seeing here. He falls on his back on purpose. Why would you fall on your back in front of an MMA expert? Ulka Sasaki just tells him, get up. They're going at a forearm shot to Cristobal's head. Ulka Sasaki, much taller, much stronger, much more experienced. Cristobal, very confident. Ulka Sasaki, not the least bit bothered by this guy. I believe it's a kid. I believe it's a young man. Drop kick, falls flat on his back. Ulka Sasaki missed the kick on purpose and just kicked him in the back of the head. Picks Cristobal up. Side headlock. Comes over. Tags in Takashi Zagura. Oh, dear God. Rest in peace, Cristobal. Big shot from Segura. Another big forearm from the Killing Machine. A big kick. Ulka Sasaki chops him to no effect. He gets knocked down to his knees. And in comes Naomichi Marufuji, who will also control this young man more than... Look at, he's sort of raking the eyes of a man in a mask, holding his nose. There's been an edge developed here from Marufuji here lately. He really seems to dislike Keno so much that he wants to take it out on anyone associated with him. He's got a really bad attitude. Like it or not, he's got a bad attitude for Keno. Chopping Cristobal in the corner. Throwing him out of the corner. Across to the other one. In comes Marufuji. Misses the clothesline. Cristobal rolls him up. Gets a 2 count. Kicks Marufuji. Comes off the ropes. Marufuji off the ropes. Backslide from Cristobal. Another 2 count. Cristobal's gotten two count. Oh, Marufuji up with a big heel kick. Throws Cristobal across the ring, who reverses and cross body block chop from Cristobal. Cristobal knows he needs a tag. Is he going to get it here? He's going for one of his partners, and he gets the champion, Kaito Kiyomiya versus Marufuji. Kiyomiya to the opposite rope, knocking every single member of the opposition down to the floor. Arm drag Marufuji. Arm drags Marufuji. Drop kicks Marufuji. And kips up for good measure. Kaito Kiyomiya taking control. Drop kicks Kai Fujimura, who's in. Drop kicks Ulka Sasaki, who runs in. Kips up again. Here comes Segura, who missed. He didn't drop kick him. Segura starts booting our champion in the head, who missed drop kicking him. Segura has Kaito Kiyomiya in the corner. Throws him over. Marufuji back body drops him to the apron, but he's on the top rope. Double drop kick from Kaito Kiyomiya to Marufuji and Segura. One of those two guys are going to be his opponent soon. In the coming weeks, they will face each other first, but he's just taking them both out at the same time. He takes Marufuji. Marufuji breaks it, kicks him in the stomach. Reversed. Marufuji into the corner. Kaito Kiyomiya gets kicked in the head several times from Marufuji. Slap, spin kick. Yeah, slop. Goes for the kick and misses it. Gets a dragon screw. Once your legs start getting messed with by Kaito Kiyomiya, look out. Oh, blocked. Shining Wizard, thankfully, or Marufuji would have been done. Marufuji gets the waist lock. Heel kick, reverse heel kick. One of the best heel kicks in the business, probably the best. In comes Takashi Segura. This guy, he's just a murdering monster. He comes in, big boot to Kaito Kiyomiya. running boot, haluva kick, if you will, to Kiyomiya. Kiyomiya to the seated position. Segura in with a big running right knee to the chin of Kaito Kiyomiya. Again, it's either going to be Segura here or Marufuji, who was just in before, facing Kiyomiya for the title in the coming weeks after they face each other. Segura, he's going to go for that avalanche brainbuster. How this doesn't take anyone out he faces, I don't know. It has taken many out, but not everyone. You don't, oh my God, he's got the champion up. Look at this, he's holding him there. He's got the paws in it. He's going to hit this falling avalanche brainbuster. Oh, the pain and anguish on Kiyomiya's face. Segura goes for the cover, but does not hook a leg. Oh, now everybody's in. Here we go. I can't even begin to call this. Everybody's in here. Now they're outside the ring fighting. That does leave Kaito Kiyomiya and Segura in the ring by themselves, thankfully. We don't have the hodgepodge of all 8 men being in here. Thank you, gentlemen. Segura backs Kiyomiya into the ropes, throws him across in an Irish whip, but he's off with a spinning, a discus forearm to Takashi Segura. Kaito Kiyomiya is still trying to recover from that. Comes in with that. No, see, he's weakened. He hit that forearm, did Kiyomiya, but he's weakened from that brainbuster, that top rope brainbuster. Insanity. But here is the fighting spirit, Warrior's Way. Forearm smashes. Kaito Kiyomiya has a slight upper hand with that, but not much. Segura's in the corner, comes off, gets met with a drop kick. Segura down. Kiyomiya still recovering, though. He's getting up slowly. He's still working his way back. He's measuring him for his Shining Wizard. Nails it! Running Shining Wizard. He inherited that move from the Great Muta, from Keiji Muto, but he's met with a clothesline from Segura, who sucked it up enough to hit that, but is down, like Kiyomiya is, after that hit. Both men still selling this. Both men still suffering. Both men need a tag in the worst way. Kiyomiya making his way over to Kenoh and hits the tag. Ken Segura hit the tag. Kenoh's in. These are former tag team partners. What an amazing team they were. Now they're against each other more often than not. Double knees from Kenoh. Scoop slam from Kenoh. He's proud of himself. Is he going to go for the professional foot stomp? I believe he is. He's on the second rope. No, he's going to go for those knees, and he hits it. Double knees, falling knees from the second rope. Baseball slide to the outside. He takes out Marufuji with a kick. Kenoh taking out the top challengers to the GHC Heavyweight Championship. Back in. Ankle lock. Ankle lock. Kenoh has put many men away with this ankle lock. Takashi Segura is not just any man, though. He floats over, kicks Kenoh off. Kenoh responds, but Segura picks him up and gets an ankle lock of his own. Segura spun out, grabbed the ankle of Kenoh. He's going to repay in kind. Both of these men use this maneuver. Kenoh rolls out of that, comes back. Both of the men kick each other in the face, and they are down. Wow. Both men, again, probably need a tag here. We've got Alejandro wanting him, but no, they're getting back in each other's faces. No, we're going to hit each other some more. We're going to do this fighting spirit stuff until one of us hits the ground. Proud men. Big kick from Kenoh. Big forearm shot from Segura. Another kick from Kenoh. Forearm shot from Segura. Kick. Forearm. Kick. Forearm. Kick. Forearm. 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 Kenoh is rocked Segura into the ropes. Kenoh recovers. Pushes away the kick. German suplex. Belly to back suplex. Kenoh in. Big spear from Segura. And again, both of these men, two of the best wrestlers on the face of the planet, down. They are hurting each other. They are killing each other. They are exhausted. Who will Kenoh tag in? It's going to be Alejandro versus Kai Fujimura. Kai Fujimura misses the clothesline. Alejandro with the back kick. Alejandro, Irish whip reversed by Kai Fujimura. Kai Fujimura follows him in. Alejandro up and over. Somersault kick by Kai Fujimura. Irish whip by Kai Fujimura. Alejandro through the ropes, holding on. Kai Fujimura's over. Shoulder block. Big kick. Up and over, float over, misses as Kai Fujimura goes out. Kai Fujimura on the apron with the shoulder block. Kai Fujimura up and over. Drop kick from Kai Fujimura. Alejandro sort of leaning in the corner. Kai Fujimura on the opposite one, pointing. He's going to come toward Alejandro. He is with a big elbow. Rolls out, comes back in with a forearm. Alejandro now rolling out. Kai Fujimura on the top rope, or second rope, coming off of that second rope missile drop kick. Alejandro is down. Kick out. Two junior heavyweights, two of the best junior heavyweights out there. They are punished in the dojo all the time. Brain buster from Kai Fujimura. Now this is a suplex. This is a dedication to Eddie Guerrero, baby. These are the three amigos suplexes, if you will. Done perfectly by Kai Fujimura, and he goes for the cover. Alejandro is not going to be held down by three suplexes, no matter who they're dedicated to. He kicks out. Kai Fujimura up, measuring Alejandro, deciding to go to the top rope, telling Alejandro to get up and come closer, get up and come closer. As he's up and spinning his way around, he bounds up, misses whatever he was going to go for, comes flying in. Alejandro up and out of the way with an enziguri from the apron, up and over the top rope with a body splash. Comes Alejandro, does not go for the cover. I think he's going to make the tag here to Cristobal. Cristobal is going to come in versus Kai Fujimura. Alejandro staying in the ring to assist him, to assist his brother, blood or just faction related, whatever. Big double elbow from both of them. Spins Kai Fujimura to his feet. Irish whip him, reverses the Irish whip. Elbows Alejandro. Cristobal in with a kick. Irish whip. Oh, running flying clothesline from Kai Fujimura. Both men are down. Cristobal and Kai Fujimura. Oh, Oka Sasaki. This is not a good matchup for Cristobal. Misses the clothesline there. There's the bird action. I'm gonna fly like a bird. Cristobal goes for the backslide. Cannot hit it. Oka Sasaki picks him up. Straight up. No, comes down. Roll up. Roll up by Cristobal. 2 count. Oh, that did not help his cause, because that down there is the suplex driver from Oka Sasaki. Oh, man, I thought that was 3. The referee's elbow hit, but his hand didn't for the 3rd time. Man, that was close. Holy cow, that was close. Cristobal up, Oka Sasaki underhooking, has his arm across Cristobal's throat. I thought he was going for a choke, but not. Spun him around, kicks him in the back of the head, picks him up for a belly-to-back bridging suplex. There's all Rebellion members in to break that up. Now we've got another big brawl in the center of the ring by all 8 members. Oka Sasaki looking like, I'm just getting the hell out of the way. Cristobal still laying in the middle of the ring. Alejandro throws Kai Fujimura out. Segura suplexes Kaito Kiyomiya out. Alejandro over the top rope with a springboard. Kai Fujimura, much of the same, onto Kaito Kiyomiya and Keno. Now we've got Cristobal and Oka Sasaki left in the ring by themselves. Oh, what was that? That was a step-up triangle choke. He stepped on, he's tapping out. That is a tight triangle. Oka Sasaki just flew into him, stepped off Cristobal's thigh, and locked a triangle choke immediately from that. Unreal. Gets the win. Cristobal isn't going to try to stay in that for more than he has to. He taps out. He does not want to be choked out. All Rebellion goes down. They lose the match up here. There's still fighting going on outside the ring. Keno's pushing Segura and Fujimura off of the champion. They have one of them will have a match against him. They've got to face each other first. But hey, if we both beat him down, whichever of us beat the other will have an easier time. Now there's fisticuffs continuing outside the ring. Kaito Kiyomiya isn't happy with the attack. He's elbowing all of them. Keno's pulling him away. Look, you're going to have a match with one of them down the road. Do not get into it with both of them and suffer for it. Relax, pull back, let them go. Do not give them any kind of advantage. Woo, what a match. What a show. Good show, guys. I would give this show an 8 out of 10. I enjoyed this show very much. Just a house show. That's why I'm doing commentary. Stu and Mark do an amazing job on commentary for the big shows. I'm here, if you like this, to bring it to you for these smaller shows. There are your winners. Your winners of this match: Naomichi Marufuji, Takashi Segura, Oka Sasaki, and Kai Fujimura. Gonna be honest with you, I thought Kai Fujimura was the one that would go down. He did not. It was Cristobal. There are your winners. Once again, I'm going to ready to lay out here, let it go, finish my commentary. You can finish this for the last couple of minutes, whatever happens here. I don't think it's going to be anything major. We've got 5 minutes left. Oka Sasaki's going to talk on the mic. I can't interpret anyway. He's probably going to talk about facing Nakamura a little bit. But I'll let you go for now to check this out. I am Adam Lavelle, WrestlingDoneRight.com. Let me know what you thought of this. I appreciate it. Please subscribe to the YouTube, and I'll see you again real soon.